so many people at the gym, the store, when I go out of town, when I'm mining. Somehow the subject always ends up back at what do you do for a workout routine? What do you do for this or do for that? And mine has more been one of repetition and sort of an experiment. I mean, right now my experiment was I went back for 3 months worth of my weight training at heavier lifting rather than my repetitions like I normally do with full range. And of course I got a damaged left shoulder right now, which I must have forgot how that works. So it even happens to guys that have been doing it this long. So I'll try to start way back at the beginning. So when I get done playing college, coming back from college, played football there for just 1 year at Boise State. Wished I'd have stayed, didn't. But they taught me a lot of stuff there because they put me with a track coach, they put me with the weight training coach, and I did all those things anyhow. But they had good guys even back then, and they showed you what to do. So then I come back home, go to work construction. I've told this on my deep dive. So then as far as working out went, I never didn't work out. For a long time though, I only ran. I just ran. I'd go out and I'd run 3 miles in the morning, 2-3 miles, fast clip. You know, I'd convinced myself in the head that you're kind of like we're not a horse, but if you've ever ridden a horse, when you're going full speed, it's a pretty smooth ride. When you're loping or trotting or something, it clippity clop. It's not so. So I thought about running the same way, whether I was right or wrong. And of course, I was working all the time. I was always active. But what I really got into is when my dad passed away. He was young, 67. I mean, that's really young now. A lot of them younger than that. He died of cancer, lung cancer, cigarettes. They say, okay, well, he hadn't smoked for 15 years. But I kind of turned into like a hypochondriac for about 3 or 4 months. I kept going in and seeing the doctor. Hey, what's this? What's this? What's this? And he said, hey, Steve, quit coming to see me. I can't give you a contract that says you're going to be okay anyhow. So keep doing what you're doing, and you take it from there. He says, I can give you some advice, though, and this is a long time ago. He said, don't drink Diet Pepsi, stay away from white flour, and don't take antibiotics unless you get staph. Well, I do. I get strep, so I have to take it, and I hate taking it. So I'm going to go all the way to the beginning on supplements. So back then, I used to take just a myriad of different supplements, and a lot of them with herbs in it and things like that. And then as I went through these, used them, what were the results, what was going on, my program, my regimen would change. I mean, now I'm down to where I take fish oil, and I eat fish all the time, but I take fish oil because, you know, it's like a blood thinner. Greens, extra greens, because you can only eat so much broccoli and eat so much sawgrass and stuff like that. And that's about it. I take glucose and sulfate, you know, for the joints and things like that. And that stuff only works over a period of time. Keep it in your system. Keep it in your system. Keep, you know, just steady. You got to have it in there, or it just doesn't do you any good. The other things I take. Okay, so I take fish oil. I drink greens. Just about any of them are good. I grew up taking that stuff when it was horrible taste, and I mean everything they have now has got, you know, they got candy flavored and vanilla flavor. They're all good now. It's all simple. I was used to taking stuff that'd make you puke if you didn't like it. Okay, so those are two things I take. I take methylene blue, which is a blue dye. I put it in my drink once a day. It kills malaria. That's just one of the byproducts of it, but it's just a dye. But it's worked good for me. I've noticed a change in my workouts. A lot of guys will swear by it. I don't know if it's placebo. The reason I say that I don't think it is placebo is because I've had some good workouts, and then I've had some bad workouts when I skipped a day on accident, didn't realize I did, and then go, oh, well, that actually happened because I didn't know I did that. So there's something to go on that. So those are the few supplements, and I've taken just all kinds of other supplements, but I don't take any performance enhancing drugs. I never had. Whatever I got is natural. I don't think I have any shortage of testosterone. That's largely because of the weightlifting and DNA or whatever you want to attribute it to. And then diet wise, I've eaten the same way for a really long time, but it works for me. I've gotten used to it. So morning is the only time I eat carbs. If I eat carbs, I eat them separate anyhow. So I have oatmeal in the morning, honey on it, coconut oil, the whole bit. I don't use any refined sugar, any white sugar. I use no white sugar for anything. Haven't had sugar in probably 15 years, maybe more than that. And then the rest of the day, the rest of the night is, I'm a meat eater. I'm a carnivore. So I mean, I eat 2, maybe 3 pounds of meat a day. That's just a fact. I just do. I eat a lot of vegetables and I eat a lot of fruit, a lot of melons, a lot of melons. I mean, my deathbed dinner would be fried chicken and watermelon. That's it. Those would be my 2 favorite things. Although now my fried chicken, of course, doesn't have coating on it. So that's how I eat. It satisfies me. Okay, I eat all I want. Once in a while, I'll have dark chocolate, meaning the 100% kind of has nothing in it, no sugar in it. Most people would gag if they eat it, but I've gotten used to it, and I actually kind of like it. I drink coffee. I'm gonna work out. I work out every day, and I try to do the stuff that's a little harder than most of the guys do. I like the Stairmaster because you're climbing stairs. It's not like the glider, the elliptical. Those are all good. Those are all way better than nothing. That's for sure. Way better because you win. And then the weights. The weights is I'm doing a little more than I was doing before. So the timing wise, meaning it'll still take me 35 minutes to do weights now. Because I probably have a half a dozen lifts that I do, 50 reps on each of them at least. And I try to do them close together and use those as cardio. I flip it backwards. I do my cardio before I do my weights. You shouldn't, but at age, you need to flip and pick your poison on which one you want to have your energy for. So anyhow, that's what I do there. So herbal supplements. You got to remember, if they're herbs, anytime you're using herbs, they're really a medicine. They're a type of medicine. They're like, you need them for like acute problems. You aren't going to go out and take, Echinacea golden seal, that was an old one, or things like that. You're not going to take those at dose every day, at a high dose every day. You gear those up when you feel something coming on, and then you have a chance of maybe knocking the severity of what you got down. I'm not a doctor, and I'm not giving you guys medical advice. So go to your doctor for that if you want that. Get one you can trust and talk to them about it. Get a naturopath, things like that. But a lot of people find that certain herbs are good for this and they're good for that, and so they take them like it's a vitamin supplement, and not a supplement, even though they use the words together, herbal supplement. They're for specific things that happen that you can, assist your body to deal with. Now, for me, knock on wood, I just have been blessed with not being very, I've been healthy and go work out. I've worked out when I haven't felt good, just because you guys have all done it. It makes you feel better if you can make it, and if it's warranted. You're not going to go do it when you got a broken leg and try to go out and run. That's probably going to hurt. I guess I've spoke enough about anonymous supplements. Now let's go into what came out of my hypochondria stage that I had there for a few months 30 years ago. So I had quit using alcohol clear back when I was 33, and I was so fanatic about it, and I didn't look at it as being final, even though it was going to be fine. The urge to drink alcohol left me, was just gone when I decided it was time to quit. I decided that sitting in the joint for a few days down there in Albany wasn't probably going to be a good idea, and I didn't have any mishap or no disaster, or didn't put anybody in any danger other than myself, and that's good enough. But what I would say about that is, then I became where I won't even use mouthwash. See, I'm that addictive that they put alcohol in mouthwash. I wouldn't use a drop of Banaka in my mouth. I don't want to take medicine of any kind. Any kind. I'll take a baby aspirin if something's coming on, and that's about it. That's only because that's coming from slippery elm bark or something. I just won't guys don't understand. So why don't you go use? You should use HGH, Steve. You should do this and do that. They don't understand where that would put me. I'd just be using. That's just using. I wasn't a drug abuser, right, or user, but it's all part of being. It all ties together. I just couldn't do it. It won't work for me because I can't do that. So. Chemicals. I couldn't have anything that had alcohol in it. And it was one notch further on everything, like soap. I only use goat's milk soap because it doesn't have the stuff that's not good for you. Deodorant has aluminum in it. The only kind I found, and I'm not doing a commercial for them, Menon, just a plain green stick, it doesn't have aluminum. Shampoo. Now, my long flow has to be treated nice, but the shampoo still has aluminum and other things in it. I don't use anything that has that. Skin lotion, hand lotion, put on your face, your arms, stuff like that. Same deal. You read the label. I'm a nut about that. Everything that I get has none of that stuff in it, and it hasn't had it in it for 30 years. I just won't use it. But I eat bacon, and hella bacon. I love bacon. I don't know how you guys fix for bacon, but I eat bacon. So that's that. I drink coffee, I eat bacon. That's how much of a fanatic I am about the chemicals that are on the stuff that you put on your skin, the stuff that you wash your hair with, the stuff you brush your teeth with, all those things. I don't eat sugar, like I said, and there is a reset that happens after you stop eating sugar, and it happened to me, and it was 15 years ago or so when I quit eating sugar. But your body does change, and all of a sudden you notice that you go, oh, I get weak when I'm hungry, and I gain energy when I eat. And your body will kind of tell you what you need to eat. Your body will feel a certain way. I'll even say that your mouth will taste a certain way, and it's not bad. It's just your body's telling you what you need. You need this, or you need this, or you need this, and it's a really clear message. If you've been eating and working out and drinking water, a reasonable amount, for enough time, that's how in tune you get with your body and how it functions. Like right now, there's a microscopic wing from a fly that just landed on my right calf. How'd it get there? Well, I'm making a bad joke about that. But that's how it gets. You get that way if you take care of what God gave you, and you're supposed to. You just are. You call it vanity or whatever. That's not vanity. It's his possession. He loaned it to you. Take care of it. He didn't tell you to abuse it. I did, but once I turned the corner and went the other way, I never went back. It's really easy for me. It's just because just habit. That's a pretty big deal. It would help you all if you try to do that. When to deal with me and when not to deal with me. I've found that it's exercise related, diet related, sleep related, just like anybody. I don't know, what is it, the dopamine that you get when you work out, okay? I don't know that they really have an actual way of measuring it. I'm assuming they do. But I know when I work out, if I'm going on the Stairmaster and then I go over and I'm pumping iron, you're probably not going to want to do business with me during that period. There's, for me, an incredible change that you're like, well, he's not rational right now. I mean, he's out there. I mean, it happens every. Well, why do you think I keep going and working out? I guess you call it a high. I don't think of it that way, but there's a change for me when I work out that most people, if they could measure it, they go, oh shit, he's at DEFCON 5 heading for 1. And it just happens. And nothing I can do about it. It isn't like I think of anything bad. It's just that it's very intense, and it isn't, like I don't think I'm a tough guy. That's not what I'm getting at. But it's a super strong, euphoric deal. I can't completely explain it other than that. That's the best way for me to explain it. So why would I keep going? Well, there's one good reason to keep going. The second one is you're giving yourself a pretty good chance of being a decent animal. Third one is you're taking care of your body like God told you to, because he lent it to you. That's something that just does happen, which leads me to the next thing. How much testosterone are you making? The weights definitely do it. I know there's younger guys that struggle with that. This guy doesn't. and I can only attribute it to my diet and weight training and sleep. What else could it be? God bless me, for sure. That's just for sure. I mean, I get up feeling like $2 million every day. I mean, I can't wait to get up every day. I look at the clock when I wake up and go, damn it, I hope it's 4 in the morning so I can get up. I know most people don't feel like that. I can also sleep. I mean, I can sleep on command. You could set me in the corner and let me shut my eyes and I go to sleep. But the way I understand health, that's what it's supposed to be. You're supposed to feel like you could run a mile or you could take a nap. That's how it's supposed to be. I don't know if any of this is going to help anybody, but maybe it'll explain some stuff to you about why people do what they do, are what they are, why they talk about the endorphins that get released and all of that. Maybe I just got real strong ones. Maybe because I walked into the boat, I got a third pituitary gland or adrenal gland. Is any of that, you know, who knows? But anyhow, if you need help with it, here again, get a hold of me, get a hold of Cowboy Steve, hit the button. I like to hear from you. As much as I enjoy listening to myself, I really do like listening to other people, and I talk to anybody. Anybody will tell you at the gym, any of the gyms that I go to, and they'll all tell you that maybe I got some kind. I don't know if there's a gift or not. I've got lots of gifts, but none of us recognize our own gifts because they're easy for us, right? You guys all have them. Like I told you, I can tell you what you're good at in 15 seconds if it's in sports competition. So that's because that's what I'm trying to get at. I like to help people, and I do help people, and they don't ever walk away going, gosh, I wish I wouldn't have talked to him. He really brought me down. That doesn't happen. I go third person. You don't meet Cowboy Steve and walk away feeling like that.